Hi everybody, welcome to Sandy Treasures. For those that don't know me, I am Sandra, and what I do is I paint oil paintings mostly, and my subject is about the plastic pollution legacy that is in the ocean. And what I want everybody to do is help me out, because basically what I'm doing is bringing out this subject to light, and with the proceeds of any of the paintings that I sell, I will be contributing 20% to either Manatee Center or Loggerhead Marine Life in Jupiter. And they are amazing entities that actually, they help educate our younger generation. Let's say like Loggerhead Center in Jupiter, they actually rescue these turtles that either got hit by the boat or ingested some plastic or whatever. They have like infections, they have buoyancy issues. But all of these things, they'll go ahead and take a turtle rescue and then take it out again into wildlife. And I think that these centers are fabulous. I would love, to me, this would be the dream, to be able to be an artist and contribute some of my proceeds to entities like this. So I want to explain what this is, okay? So right here, you would probably look at this. If I didn't bring your attention to what she's actually doing, you probably wouldn't know. Or at least this is the case with most people that are passing by. I would say 1% of the population that passes by will say, oh, she's got the six-pack holder and she's removing it from the turtle's neck. So I don't want it to be a sad painting. I want it to be a reminder that if you purchase this, then you are contributing 20% by your purchase here. 20% of this is going to go to one of these entities that I'm super happy to be able to participate with. So this one here, I want to let you know, I call her Trashy Mermaid, and because of one person that actually, when I started telling the story in order to bring people's attention into what is it that I'm doing, and it was not with this painting, it was with another painting, but I'm telling the story to a group of people, and one little girl in the back there somewhere, she said, oh my God, you should write a book. And that just, that really registered with me. So here I am writing a book, and because I call her Trashy Mermaid, okay, not because there's anything trashy about her, and I find it ridiculous when some people, because it was kind of controversial in one of the posts that I placed in Facebook, this group of, I think that they feel like they're the authority on children's books, and they all gave me the, oh, she's too trashy for, what kind of title is that, and da-da-da. To where in real life, all the people that I showed my actual book and the people that have seen the actual painting in person, nobody has said this is too trashy for children. And at the beginning, I thought I was going to have this for 6-year-olds, but because of the Facebook post that I did and how controversial it was, I decided to make this for 12-year-old kids. So I don't have any issues with that. And anyway, the book is kind of wordy. I'm going to show you an example. Okay. Now it's supposed to be where it's an image and then there's all the words. But this one here is a little goofy. It's one page off. So this book is just a proof. And this is where I realized that everything was wrong. At the moment that I got this proof, on Amazon, you can actually see the thumbnails, but I didn't realize that you could click on that and actually see the spread of your book, how it's going. They actually number the pages 1, 2, 3, whatever, and you can actually see how the layout is going to be. Had I done that, I would have spared myself from getting the book printed the wrong way. So anyway, that happened with Amazon. And then every proof after that, after I corrected the spread and I corrected a few words that some people helped me fix, aside from the editing of my dear friend Karen Font, because she's the one that helped me edit this book. But then there are some things that, like my bio and stuff, that I had some goofy words or, misspells, and some other people helped me correct that, and I really appreciate it. But anyway, so I wrote the book because hopefully this will tie in to the entire reason why I'm doing these paintings, and I don't want to make them to where they're a reminder of what's going on that is wrong in our planet. I want it to be where it's a reminder of what we're doing right for our planet. We are aware of the plastic pollution in the ocean. We are removing the plastic pollution in the ocean. There's companies out there that I always have to give them a shout out because I think that they're doing an amazing job, and that is the Ocean Cleanup and 4Ocean. Both of these companies are amazing. They're removing plastic from the ocean in large quantities, but there are other aspects that we still need to work on, which are like, let's say the restaurants. That's a big deal. It's not their fault, but we need more awareness so that way they too know that the single-use plastic, like spoons and forks and all of these utensils that are made out of plastic, are a major contribution to plastic pollution. Also the sodas, okay, water bottles, those are major contributions. The to-go container, okay, these need to be biodegradable. And we do have companies out there that are figuring it out, and I'm very happy about that too, but I don't think it's moving fast enough, okay, because we have, for years, like 60 plus years, that we've been just dumping in the ocean quietly, making people put it in the recycling bin. Less than 10% of the stuff that we put in the recycling bin is actually getting recycled. Yeah, are you surprised to hear that number? That's true, look it up. So this is my whole goal in life, is to continue to do art, bring out what is going on when it comes to the plastic pollution in the ocean, and be able to contribute 20% to places like the Manatee Center in Fort Pierce, and other places like that. I've been to Loggerhead, I've been to Manatee Center, I love these places. I've been to also Wildlife Rescue Center in Port St. Lucie, and if you live in the area of the Treasure Coast, you want to take your kids there one day, bring a little bit of that awareness into their lives, because they are going to have to really deal with it. Okay, and the good news is, there's always bad news and then there's good news, right? The good news is that there's a lot more of these companies that are working with the plastic pollution that they find in the ocean, and they're actually making, like, let's say chairs. I've seen them make all kinds of crazy stuff. Tables, they're repurposing, they're finding the trash that is in the ocean to be a treasure, and they're repurposing this. And that is amazing to find out. Also, there's another thing that we need to be a little bit more aware, and that is products that we wear. Like, don't go for polyesters and rayons and products like that, because that is essentially made out of plastic. Go for cottons, okay? This one here, like, I have a hard time finding clothes that is made out of cotton. This one here has a little elasticity, and this one has like 5% polyester and 95% cotton. And I love it because it's very comfortable. All right, so, and another thing I need to bring out is I bought my first pair of shoes from Amazon. Okay, yes, I do wear a nice large size shoe, but these shoes are like super comfortable. Okay, just wanted to let you guys know, and I will put that in the description. It will be in the form of a link, and if you guys do participate, of course, I will get a portion of the proceeds. There's a percentage, and it helps with this channel. It helps with the cost. Okay, so far, if you guys want to know the truth, I made like $2,000, and today is like August 1st. So $2,000 for the entire year. Okay, so I don't want to be any more that starving artist, but I also, want to participate and have fun, and I also want to be very purposeful. Like, I want to have, like, not just another pretty picture. I want it to be something else, a reminder of the good things that we can do for the plastic pollution in the ocean. That's my goal for now, okay? And I think it's a good goal for like the rest of my life, honestly. I think I can continue to do this, but I do need to sell some of my stuff, and hopefully this book will also be helpful, because this also, I'm going to make it to where it's 20% of the proceeds to entities like these that help rescue creatures from the ocean, especially when they have been victims of the plastic pollution that we've been leaving in our oceans. So what I wanted to talk about also is, okay, let me finish this. This one here is the trashy turtle. and there's nothing trashy about him. He is actually just surrounded by trash. He's got a thank you bag, and that's being very sarcastic. Okay, the plastic gloves, the bottles, the plastic bottles, they're such a big issue. You know, like I think that they are one of the major contributions to pollution in the ocean and other places too, but to the ocean. And then what happens is that even if we take them out, you know, they leave microplastics in our waters. So we need to be a little bit more conscious about that, more aware about that. And choose, you know, let's say choose not to have your plastic bottle all the time. You know, there are containers that you can buy that can last you a lifetime. You know, you clean them properly and then you refill them instead of buying plastic bottles all the time. So if we are all on the same page, maybe we can reduce all this plastic usage, you know. And also, if you are buying trash bags, which that's where I'm at right now. Next time I need something, you know, like if I need plastic spoons, I don't buy plastic spoons, I buy bamboo. If I need, like my toothbrushes, okay, that's another one that I don't get the plastic ones, I get the ones that are made out of bamboo, and I love them. You know, you get a 6-pack of bamboo toothbrushes for a very reasonable price, and some of them come with a little bit of charcoal. Like the last pack I got had 3 with charcoal and 3 without. I will put it in the description as a link, so just to let you know. All right, so what is going on with my book? I talk about my book. It's not out there yet. I've had a lot of issues with it. I've only had to upload my book. Well, the content and the cover are 2 separate uploads. Okay, so between both of them, I think I've had to redo it, like the uploads, you know, and it's just for minor tweaks or misspells that I found, or whatever. Or Amazon said, you know, too, that like the size was not enough for their PDF format, because this is a paperback and they require a certain format. And also there's like a bleed, you know, the bleed is when you extend the painting or the picture, the image all the way to the edge, okay, that's a bleed. So there are a lot of things to consider when you're doing a book with Amazon, and boy, have I learned a lot of things, which I'm glad. I like learning, you know, every day there's something. Okay, so let me tell you where I am right now. I am where I'm just waiting for Amazon to give me the thumbs up or say no, you know, some other issue. So I'll let you guys know as I go. But I wanted to show you what I did as far as like each one of the images, because I didn't want to have the shape of a bodyboard on my book. So I had to expand the image, and I used Procreate because I'm already familiar with it. And they, you know, it does a good job, but you have to be careful with Procreate. If you rework your image or your words too much, you start getting a little blur, and you have to know how to deal with that. If you guys want to know more about it, let me know on the comments, I'm sorry, and I will let you know more about it. Okay, so as you can see, that's what I did with this image. I expanded the image so I wouldn't have that edge. And I'm going to show you what I did with the turtle, because the same thing with the turtle, right? Here, I expanded. You see how it looks? So it covers the entire page. I love that. And I'm going to show you another one and compare it to the original painting. So you see, like this one here. On this one, I didn't have to do too much. I think all I did was just add a few more rays on Procreate, but I basically didn't have to do anything else to it, as you can see. And then here on this one, all right, you see what I had to do? You see a difference? Okay. So it was pretty cool that I was able to do all of these edits or formats. It was both edits and formats. You see how this one looks? And this is what the original one looks like. And then you see how what I did with this page. And this is what it originally looked like. And then I have, oh yeah, you see, this is the reason why this proof did not fly. This is one of the reasons why it didn't fly. Because I have 2 images, you know, next to each other. I'm really, like what I really wanted to do was have image and words. But anyway, that was one of the reasons I had to upload again. So on this one here, I didn't have to change anything. On this one here, no, I don't think I had to change anything either. And the last painting here, I did quite a bit of changes. I went ahead and added these purple drops. When you read the book, you'll know why. And these are like shadows of the vessels that are running up above, because those vessels are cleaning the ocean, and that's how the story ends, with a little bit of good news, you know. And then at the very end here, I'm placing like all of the images I used in their original form, all right? Most of them are still available. Yeah, most of them are still available. Okay. So, and you can get these at my website, which is www.sandytreasures.com. And this is where I am with my book. So I really appreciate your time, and hopefully you guys will stay tuned. If you want to have the book, if you want to have the link to the book, just give me a message, and I'll make sure that I send you a message with the link for my book. All right. And if you have any observations, you know, constructive criticism is perfectly fine with me, and you can just leave them on the comments, because when I put this on Facebook, it was very controversial. But it was amazing how the people that were saying, well, trashy mermaid, this and that, you know, not a child's book or blah, blah, blah. But in real life, the children loved it, and the adults, they loved the way that I turn, or the play in words, you know, trashy mermaid, nothing trashy about her, just that she's surrounded by trash. And I think that the book needs to be where it gets people's attention. And I don't think that trashy mermaid is a bad way to describe this book. I think that as adults, we tend to label things a lot more than kids. Anyway, this is for a 12-year-old, and there is no nudity, and there is no curse words or anything like that. But definitely a little bit more awareness to an issue that we have, and we've had going on for many years. But like I said before, there are good companies out there that are starting to clean the ocean. However, we need more awareness to the subject. So with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys follow me and stay tuned for the next video. Okay, thank you. Bye.